On this episode of the Sugar Free Shawn Show, Shawn talks to me,
and me,
Jen and Hank from Connected in Motion. Connected in Motion was founded in 2008 by our good friend Chloe Vance. And it was founded because there was a realization of the need for something for adults who are living with type 1 diabetes. So Connected in Motion was founded, we like to say, on the slipstream analogy. And the philosophy sort of was born out of an experience Chloe had when she was in New Zealand and for the first time was riding with a group of cyclists, her first time on a road bike. And they told her, you know what, it's okay, you've never done it before, jump on, keep your wheel close to our wheel, and you're just gonna ride in our slipstream. And she came to the realization that that was a metaphor for something much greater that she was experiencing at the moment. She was riding in a type 1 slipstream where being surrounded with other people with type 1 who were like her, who were interested in the same things, it made her life with diabetes a little bit easier. So she came back to Canada. She said, I'm gonna get involved with a similar group, and there was nothing. So Connected in Motion was really the first group that was formed exclusively for adults living with type 1 diabetes and to serve the needs of those people.
In 2000, I think it was 2008, my good friend Sarah Ketchison put me in touch with this girl, Chloe. I had no idea who she was, but she was looking for someone to do a video for her. My friend Sarah was like, oh, I know this guy, he's type 1 as well, and he does video stuff. So we connected and met up at a restaurant in Toronto, just on the Danforth, and she told me all about this slipstream weekend that she was planning and like what it was all about and what she wanted to do. And it sounded really cool. I come from a camp background. I went to actually the same camp as Jen Hansen. And so it kind of sounded like that similar idea to me, but in like an adult environment. So I was on board and we kind of just went from there. And it was more of a business relationship. I didn't really think much of it at the time. But from that, I kind of grew into more of like a really good personal friendship. The very first slipstream weekend, it was a little bit different for me. I was there in more of like a business capacity. I was there to document the weekend and do kind of like a promotional video. So I was a little bit, on the outskirts and seeing what other people were experiencing. My time at camp, I'd been around a lot of other type 1s before, and my older sister Julie is type 1. So I've had that kind of support network available to me for a good portion of my diabetes life. But it was really cool to see. You forget sometimes that people don't have that in their life, and it was really neat to see like people embracing that and like really actually learning something and experiencing something and being like really comfortable with their diabetes. Because I know myself, I wasn't very comfortable all throughout my teenage years and even into my 20s. Like I'm still, there's still that anxiety associated with it a little bit, but when you're around that group of people, it's kind of like you can just mellow, you can just kind of chill, and you end up making like these really good, deep, personal connections. So it was neat to see that in other people.
So Connected in Motion has had a really unique impact on myself personally. I was diagnosed with type 1 when I was 3 years old, and I was really lucky to grow up in the camp community. And even though it was only for 2 weeks every summer, I had a place where I connected and I felt that I belonged and I could learn from my peers. And I stayed as a part of that camp community from when I was 8 years old until I was 25. And when I turned 25, I was done working at camp. There was really nothing there, and I left the camp community and realized that there was no longer anywhere for you to connect, for you to ask questions, for you to meet other people who had similar challenges. And Connected in Motion is really unique for me because it came in and it filled that gap at a time when I needed it most. And it's now the place where I can go to be educated or just to feel like I'm at home or among family that just really get it. And that's been something that's been really important for me. And I definitely wouldn't be in the same place I am today without Connected in Motion.
When Connected in Motion first came around, I wasn't in the best shape mentally and physically with my diabetes. I wasn't really taking care of myself as much as I should have been. And it was that weekend, even though I was only there to document and make a video, it was that weekend that kind of gave me the kick in the ass to, get in better shape and get control of myself and, really, I guess, just take control in general. So, I mean, Connected in Motion for me, it's like, I want to say it's like an extended family, because it's a group of people that, you know, I have a really deep connection with, and like a lot of them are my good personal friends. And it's something I think I need in my life to continue to be healthy and stay active. I need that push, and they always provide that for me.
I think what Connected in Motion most needs right now in the moment is help getting the word out about who we are, what we do, and how other people can support us. I know the Type 1 community itself, the people that we're serving and impacting might not necessarily be the people who can donate to our charity, but you know someone who can donate, and that is what keeps us alive. Connected in Motion's programs are totally self-sustaining in that when we run a canoe trip, it pays for itself, but it doesn't help to pay for any of the background costs that keep the organization running, including insurance or salary or keeping our website running. And so any support, especially now that we can give charitable donations, is so greatly appreciated and is put to great use.
I'll never forget sitting with a group of Connected in Motion volunteers and asking the question, what would life look like without Connected in Motion? And the responses and the passion just filled the air. Connected in Motion has helped so many of us and really did connect us through motion and diabetes. It's the one thing that really brings us together. Whatever you can do to support, if it's sharing this video or donating online at connectedinmotion.ca, is greatly appreciated. Thanks for joining us on the first episode of Season 2 of the Sugar-Free Shawn Show. And on the next episode, we're going to talk about easy ways that you can incorporate healthy eating in your diet. I know we promised it last year, but I promise it's the next episode. So bye for now.